What's up, guys? Listen to this.
American Antigua St. Lucia comment on this video on Facebook where the little girl spirit go into a woman and tell her everything that transpired in that hotel. I am posting the Facebook page up here. Jamaican Antigua St. Lucian American, come and screen record this, what the child said to a woman spirit. So the woman is a very special woman, and she can see people that die and other things. So the child go to the woman for help. But listen, half of this thing with the woman to the girl telling this woman is true. Come true. Jamaican, y'all share. Americans, y'all share. Go type this thing on Facebook and sit down on your chair and air this story.
She left the pool area. I'll say I, as in Adriana. First and foremost, she wants me to address her parents and her grandmother. She stopped me just now. She thanked her father for his spiritual abilities. She said she loved you. I love you, mommy. But daddy, now that I'm here, I overstand your energy. Daddy, I overstand your energy. Daddy, now I overstand your energy. Daddy, it was a reason why you were sick when mommy was pregnant. It was a reason why mommy never got the sickness that she would usually get when she's pregnant, when a woman is pregnant. Mommy, tell the world the truth. Tell the world the story. Tell the world what I'm telling Rosalind tonight, Sister Rosalind tonight, is the truth. You did not endure the normal sickness in your pregnancy with me. You had a beautiful pregnancy. You were excited. You were happy for your entire 9 months. Daddy was the one that was sick. It was transferred to Daddy. When Daddy said that he barely tell you I in that building, my whole skin is growing. I can now tell the world it's because Daddy knew I was in that building. Daddy knew I was in that building. They could have distracted you, mommy. They could have had you going looking for that taxi. But Daddy stood his grounds, and you complied. This is the spiritual transmission of the truth. That's it for that. Let me continue now straight into what happened. So that young lady, I left the pool, left the area, above the pool area, where everybody had their bags. Where everybody had their bags and their belongings, Granny, right where you was. I left there. And I went to get the van. I never went to that hotel. I personally don't know that place. A woman, not a young lady, because I asked her energies. I said, is it a younger person? She said, no, it's not a younger person. It was a woman that went looking for the wristbands because I wanted to know what other colors they had. But she was already identified by the owner. And that young lady took her in a room, at the entrance of a room. And she was standing at the entrance. She didn't go in the room. And she said she's looking, and the young lady was looking for the stuff. And She said, oh, look, I have these colors here. See if you like one of these. And she slipped into the room unconsciously. Immediately after she slipped into the room, the young lady come out of the room and hands pulled her behind the doors. She said she blacked out at that point. She don't remember anything at that point. That's when I transmitted what she told me on Facebook at that point of her body being missing. That they drugged her. And check the cameras. You will see hands pulling her. It's on my page. It's on my page before they found the body. All my transmission. It's on my page. I transmitted that it was two persons. It was a father and a son. I transmitted the description that you were showing me. Everything. Tall, with a biggish belly. The son is short, not so tall, not short. I didn't use the word short, not so tall. And a bit slim. Yep. She even described the clothes. I said, Ariana, what, what did they had on? She said the short person had on a blue jersey and a black pants. And the tall person had on a yellow shirt or top and a blue jeans. Sit back, meditate, and reminisce. If you saw those persons around the pool area before you recognized that that child was missing. The clothing that I'm describing will come to light. Will come to light. It's buried. The clothing is buried, but it will be discovered. Yep. She was then taken into another room when she became conscious. When she gained back consciousness. No. Correction. She's telling me everything. Even to the part where she was unconscious. She's now spirit-wise available to tell me the entire ordeal of what transpired. They then took her into another door. From the stockroom door, one of the stockroom doors, the door is on the right hand from the reception area. The door is on the right hand. And then in that room has another door. And the other door leads to a stair that is made of metal steel. A steel stair. It is alongside the elevator. When you're going down the stairs, you can see the elements of the infrastructure of the elevator. It is made of steel. And they took her down to a lower flat. They took her into a other room where they usually take their victims and do the entertainment part of it, which is a sexual molestation part of it. And then there's a Hindu ritual altar that they do to maintain wealth, maintain power, and be on top of everyone. Their rituals, their beliefs, their cultural practices, evil, iniquitous practices. The altar area, it will be revealed to the world. The altar area is made out of an expensive tile. That's what she's telling me. It's made out of an expensive tile. And the bottom of it is like a bathtub. So it's, imagine, and then it's an arch. And there's a big God. and there's a monkey in the room. We're going to find out all the evidence. It's intact. The persons that work there are going to speak of the monkey that they feed, that they only see the monkey once in a while. And then the monkey goes into disappearance. And then suddenly the monkey comes back out in the open air. And then he goes back into wherever they keeps him. It's down in that room. Yep. And the big God is right there. And the altar is like a little pool. It's like how you see those water fountains. You'll have like a water fountain, and then you'll have like a little sink area. And it's made out of an expensive tile. I'm feeling a vibration of granite tile. And that's where they light the fire, the camphor, and everything, and they do the rituals. And then they lay the dead body down there in this hole. It's space enough to hold a long body. It's space enough. The sink area, it's enough to take a long body. They were angry because y'all didn't move. They did not get to do what they had fully planned to do with her because y'all did not move. She was then molested. When she got her consciousness of what is going on, she woke up naked skin, naked as she's born. One person, the short person, was pulling her hands in the back of her head. And the tall person was molesting her. He was carrying out oral sexual molestation on her when she regained conscious. She tried to fight, and the person that was holding her hands behind her back, behind her head, squeezed her hands so hard, so tight. She said it was like a monster holding me. I feel the skin of my hands begin to squeeze off. She tried to fight and turn. And as she pulled forward and pulled backward, the white tiles, burnt her kneecaps. Burnt it. It's burnt from tile soil in it. Imagine you have your elbows on a tile and somebody pulling you up and down on that tile. In an instant, it will burn like fire. Because she was trying to turn over from the person that was trying to molest her. She was trying to turn over. And in the turning over constantly and fighting while somebody's restraining her from behind, and her body's pushing down and pushing up, they bruised her kneecaps. That's how my kneecap got bruised, mommy and daddy. It was from the burns on the tile that burnt me. And my hands that got damaged, it was because they were squeezing my hands so tight, mommy, so tight, that I felt like the skin was coming off my wrist. I squeezed him. There's scratches on his neck. Mommy, there's scratches on that short person's neck and on their wrist and on their hand. I scratched. I did all I could. They molested her. They both shared the molestation. They inserted their fingers in her because they wanted to make sure they get the blood to put to the altar. They recognized that they wasn't getting the energies that they wanted to get to penetrate her with their penis. While all of this was happening, the riot outside was distracting them. They hostage her between 12:30 minutes to 1. By the time 1:30, she was blanked out, unconscious. She woke up Minister 3. When she woke up, that's when the molestation started. Then the tall man said to the short man, the shorter person, go in front and see what's going on and come back. Left Shay with me. I'm going to deal with it. You go. Go and make sure everything under control. They have a sink and a washroom in that room. He cleanses, he wash up himself, fresh up himself, and he went back upstairs. He have a radio set that he and the boss alone uses. The radio set. All of this is going to come to light. All of this. And his cell phone has messages with him messaging downstairs what is going on upstairs. GT&T has all the evidence. GT&T has all the evidence of the text messages. Of him telling him what is going on outside. Because by the time he came back outside, that's when they recognized that these people are totally looking for this child. So the energies of being able to rape her brutally, they didn't get the chance to do that. He then went back down. After that, probably about, what time did he went down back, Ariana? 4:30. 4:30 went back down. And then they light the altar. And they decided that they're going to start the ritual. They feed the monkey bananas. They talked. They harassed her, beat her up, physically tried to hurt her. And then both of them were confused to what to do. What will they do? Because these people downstairs going to the station. So then the tall person left and left her with the short person. The tall person changed, came, and he called the commando. And he went to the station. And he paid the commando $1 million. $1 million was paid up front to make them leave. When that was done, the commando tried his utmost best. That $1 million was paid between 6 and 7:30. 6 p.m. and 7:30 that night to make them leave. About 9:30, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, 9:30 the latest, when the owner recognized that it's out of control, it's heading out of control, and he can't get to execute what he plans to do and how he plans to do it, he called ex-house. He called ex-house for help, because it's a normal routine that he does it and he gets off all the time. He is related to white minister that takes care of children, the entire nation children. He's related to her. That is why she showed up. Yep. He's related to her. He called ex-house, explained he's in deep shit, because they're good like that. They don't have to say, I think I make a mistake. They know what they do and how they do it and who they do it for, because they're a clique. They're a clique. $10 million were then paid. Ex-house called XYZ commissioner. Z commissioner was called. The journalist knows who I'm speaking about because I called the exact name who was called. And Z commissioner called back the commando and tell the commando, what's country, get yourself in. Yeah, get it fucking fixed. Get it right. Get it right. Make them fucking people go home. Get it fucking right. That is when ex-commando declared that they got footage of her leaving the premises in a car. He tried his best to do his damage control. That's when the 10 million was paid. 10 million was split up between Z, commissioner, and the house, and ex-house, and team. Yep. When I have transmitted this privately to a few persons, that the amount of $11 million was paid to do this entire cover-up. Z, commissioner, then called everybody that he knows is the dirty dogs, that is ready to take some of this $10 million to get it done. That is when 3 police officers from the dirty group, 3 of them said, we got it covered. And they give the other ordinary man and woman that was in the building